Education. Education is the process of gaining knowledge, skills, and values that help people grow and succeed in their life. It plays a vital role in shaping the individuals and building a better society. Shiksha Darshan, which means a vision of education, is about understanding the journey of India's education from ancient times to the present. Now we will talk about ancient education. In ancient education, it followed Gurukul system, and in Gurukul system, the students are called Shishyas and the Guru is their teacher. The Guru did not focus only on academics, he focused on moral value, skill development, and self-reliance. The Shishyas live with the Guru in the Guru's home only, and the ancient education represents strong bond between Guru and the Shishya. The subjects that were taught at that time were Vedas and Upanishads, philosophy, spirituality, medicine, art and craft, and astronomy. At that time, resources were not available. Still, astronomy was taught. The medium of learning was Sanskrit language, and it was the main language at that time. Famous educational institutions were Takshashila University, Nalanda University, and Vikramshila University. Takshashila University. This university is located in Pakistan in the present day, and it attracts scholars from different countries like China, Tibet, Korea, and it was the first and oldest universities that are known. Nalanda University. This another prominent university in Bihar, and it was university in ancient times. Vikramshila University. This university is in Bihar, and it was established by King Dharmapal, and it focused on Buddhist philosophy. Challenges of ancient education in India. Number one, inequality, limited access. There is access of education was for specific castes, and marginalized communities have not access of education. Oral tradition. Because of oral tradition, there was loss of education over time. Lack of documentation. There are no written projects. That's why there is lack of documentation. Inequality. At that time, education for women was neglected, and only specific castes have taken education. Financial burden. Guru has a financial burden because he has to keep the Shishyas for many years, and after that he gets Guru Dakshina. Gender discrimination. Like I said before, education for women was neglected and discouraged. Slow learning methods. Because of rote learning, there was slow learning methods. Now we will talk about medieval education. In medieval education, it was influenced by Islamic culture and education. Subjects that were taught at that time were literature, law, theology, and natural science. Prominent centers of schools are in Delhi, Agra, and other Mughal territories. Cities like Delhi and Agra became hubs for Mughals, and they established madrasas as the centers of learning. For impact of foreign invasion. Impact of foreign invasion means, do you know our Indian university, Nalanda University, was destroyed by foreign invaders, and the fire lasted till 6 months in it. Now we will talk about colonial impact on education. Colonial impact means when British came to India and ruled India for 200 years, it was our colonial period. When British established Charter Act in 1813 which says that British will give 1 lakh rupees to the schools to promote their language, to promote the English language. Macaulay's Minute. In Macaulay's Minute, Lord Macaulay made English a main language in our education. During British rule, our Indian education saw major changes. They established universities in Calcutta, Bombay and Madras in 1857. Now we will talk about post-independence educational developments. After independence, India's education was focused on universal learning and addressing social inequality. So, our Indian government established Universities Grant Commission and IITs for improvement of our learning and national education policies of 1986, 1968 and 2020. Key features of modern education in India. The key features are technology and digital learning, like we all know in our all the classes, projector or smart board is there. It is example of technology, digital learning and electronic learning only. And it completely follows National Education Policy of 2020, which says that classes will be divided into groups like 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4, which means nursery to second standard, 5 classes, then 3rd, 4th, 5th, 3 classes, 6th, 7th, 8th, 3 classes, and at last 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. These are the groups. First it was like 10 plus 2, but now it is changed. Challenges of modern education in India. Challenges of modern education are inequality in access. There is no access of education in rural and remote areas. Poor quality of education. Despite efforts, there is very low quality of education. Rote learning. Some schools focus on memorization rather than critical thinking and creativity. Teacher shortage. There are no trained and qualified teachers in rural areas. Infrastructure gaps. Some schools do not have basic needs like proper classroom, water quality and sanitation. Focus on exam. Some school depends on exams that apply extreme pressure on the students. Lack of skill development. There is lack of skill development and insufficient focus on vocational training needed for the job market. Future vision of education in India is AI-based tutor, virtual reality, gamification of learning, and personalized learning paths. Key areas for future. Number 1, quality and holistic education. Move beyond to rote learning to critical thinking and creativity. Inclusive education for all. Education for all. Education is for all, including rural areas. We should think for disabled people and make schools for disabled people also. And there should be equal resources for rural and urban areas. Integration of technology. Technology and expand e-learning platforms, and technology and learning would be integrated. Skill development and vocational training. There is schools to talk to the universities for vocational training programs needed for the job opportunities. Teacher training and development. Teachers would be trained more and more, and it will be increasing of our Indian education. This is my survey form, and I have taken 10 questions, and as you can see in my written project, I have taken more than 50 surveys. You can count. Here I have taken in both language, English and Gujarati. This is my survey data. I have taken 10 questions, more than 50 people, answers and the total. this is the survey analysis. So, my questions are subjects that were focused on ancient education were philosophy and spirituality. 83% of people think that philosophy and spirituality was focused. Ancient education system transmit knowledge, so more people think that they orally transmit the knowledge. Primary focus of ancient education. So 40% of people think that practice skills was focused. Technology that influenced modern education. So more people think that it greatly transformed learning. The survey highlights a strong emphasis on philosophy and spirituality, primarily transmitted through oral tradition. In ancient India, it focused on practical skill. Current education system encourages creativity, so 75% of people think that yes, a lot. It encourages creativity a lot. How important technology is in today's times? So 90% of people think that it is very important. More beneficial for students today. So physical schools are considered the most beneficial and focus more on character building. So ancient schools focused more on character building. Modern schools are focusing on creativity and depend on technology. Physical schools are considered the most beneficial, and while ancient education focuses on moral and character building. These are my evidences that I have taken the survey. I have gone at some homes to take the survey, as you can see, and here is I have taken Zoom meeting of my relatives and know their knowledge about our Indian education and give them awareness. At last but not the least, I would like to conclude that Pustakeshu cha Vedeshu Smartavyam tadavidamyah Kurute jnane tadadharmam Nahi jnane na pashyati. The journey of India has been rich and transformative. By respecting the past and embracing the future, India can create an education that empowers future generations to thrive in rapidly changing world. These are my references. I have taken 3 references in it. Thank you for being a wonderful audience. Any questions?
So Mohit, we have one suggestion and one question for you.
Yes, sir.
My question is, first of all, I will give you a question. My question is, do you know what is K level for education, Bloom's taxonomy? Because you have selected the topic Shiksha Darshan. So if you can elaborate on that level, Bloom's taxonomy K level.
What, sir? I can't understand.
No problem. I am giving you a task. For all students, I am giving you the task. You have to learn about K level. Your increase in knowledge or skill, it is summarized by that K level.
I will definitely search, sir.
Sure. Another suggestion was there, we cannot say that disabled people. They are specially able child. So whenever you are presenting anything, you can do it. Otherwise, excellent presentation, and you have included all the necessary stuffs in your presentation. Good. Keep it up.
Yes.
Very well done. Throughout presentation is very good. And whatever that disable is the only thing. And it's good. It's too good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Any questions from the audience? Yes.
Yes. No, education is good only. As we all know, education, we are taking education for advantages. Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Mohit,
Yes, ma'am.
it was a wonderful presentation. You already mentioned advantages and disadvantages of ancient education and modern education, right? But then too, I would like to ask you that which education system you would like to prefer and why?
Like I said in conclusion, we should be in both. But I like ancient education because it says a strong bond between teachers and the students. That's why I like ancient education. I prefer ancient education.
So it means we have to make strong bonding. right?
Yes.
As a teacher, I understood
Yes,
that.
like in school only we live only 5 hours, 6 hours. But at that time, whole years, 12 years, 13 years, so much years they live with the guru only. So that's why I like ancient education.
Okay. Thank you very much.